But I'm glad you did.
Well, someone had to.
Someone did have to. Now, I was waving this album around in your face, and you went, "Blimey, Pete, you've still got fanfare." This is such 14 tracks of joy.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. They're usually being used as like beer coasters. So it's. I can see the stain on the CD.
I think that's whiskey, actually, my friend. But never mind. Yes, you're right. It's all the same. It's all the same juice. No, never with this beat. You know how sacred I am about.
I'm touched, Pete.
About this stuff.
I'm touched.
And that was such a great album. And I was sort of semi-guessing that was kind of the last time we had you in. I guess we were promoting it. I think you came in a couple of times that year.
Yeah, I did. I seem to remember a Christmas special we had, which turned into some kind of. I'm not allowed to say. Well, anyway, it was fun. Let's put it like that.
Fun, and if you didn't hear it, you lost out, my friends.
You did.
I hope there's not a copy of it anywhere.
I think there might be.
Yes, I think there might be too. That was a great one. That you were so good. You stepped up to the plate and the mic, and you did yourself proud. So what's been going on in the world of Vern Asbury fanfare-esque post?
Fanfare-esque post. So now I am in a band called Young Sahara. And
that's starting to make a lot of sense now.
Yeah,
I should have said that, shouldn't I?
No, not at all. It's not completely obvious. So I've been doing that, starting out about a couple of years ago, and we started to sort of chip away at it as a project. But I'd say quite recently we've sort of taken it quite seriously and have got a bit of a head of steam up now. So. We're gigging and we've recorded an EP which is yet to be released into the big wide world, and we're just sort of using this as a starting point, really. So I thought I'd come in and shamelessly brag about it.
But that's the point.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you can't do it on this show, my God,
this is it.
We are lost. People are going, I'm really sorry about promoting myself. That's the point.
I've got an EP.
Yeah, exactly. Do not whisper.
Yeah.
So tell me about Young Sahara. This is great. Who's in the band?
Well, there's 4 of us in total. The drummer's a guy I had known from a few years back who's a fantastic drummer.
Yeah.
Called Pete as well. Fantastic name. And he
not a bad name already. I'm liking you guys.
Pete Rundle. He was in several bands. I think the Morning Orchestra. You may or may not have played in the past, and they disbanded a while back. But it always seemed that I always wanted to play in a project with Pete, but we always have overlapped and never quite could be free to do it. But the stars aligned, and Pete was the first person to come on board, and then from there, put a couple of adverts up and just sort of took a bit of a lucky dip, really, but. I've just met like 2 of the greatest guys, and they're all just such excellent musicians, and I think we all share the same sort of intensity of wanting to really get on it at the moment. So they're great.
And the guys that you brought in to work with you on the album Fanfare, was that kind of just to get the album down? Or
well, funnily enough, that's all me on the album.
Is it all of you?
It's all me, yeah.
Good heavens.
I programmed the drums,
yes.
But with a sort of a drummer's... I play a bit of drums, so I had a bit of inside knowledge there. But tried to make them sound sort of realistic-ish.
Yeah.
But the rest of the parts, all the vocals, everything, and the guitars and the keyboards and stuff.
So this is a great sort of departure from that world to be working with these other guys.
Yeah, to realise the music and to hear it as it should be, live and loud and proud and upfront, and it's fantastic. And these guys are just such amazing musicians. They're doing these songs far better justice, and I think. I could have done them if I could have magically cloned myself 3 or 4 times. So, everyone's bringing their own kind of take on it.
That's nice. That's good.
Yeah.
Are you quite... Because I know your life is very, very full with everything else going on. Do you manage still to sort of get Young Sahara together sort of once a week?
Yeah, very much so. As I said, up until, say, the last 6 months or so, perhaps there was a slightly more casual approach to it. But at the moment, we've all stepped it up a gear. And, there's a regimented... meeting up once a week at least, and then we're all sort of working our proverbials off in the background just to get all the necessary admin done.
It is that. It's just everything, isn't it? There's the writing, there's the rehearsing, the gigging, the trying to get bookings, what do we do with this stuff? Have you got Young Sahara got into the studios yet? Yeah, we've got an EP all ready to go.
What? So it's all good to go. We've got it mastered. It's there. The only thing that's lacking now is the artwork.
Okay.
And perhaps a sort of... for want of a less cringeworthy word, a bit of a strategy. So that's what that's the admin part we're working on at the moment, is how we're going to put it out there. So rest assured, it will be out soon, and I'll be sort of waving my hands in the air frantically in your direction.
Please, well, you can see the window now.
I can.
It's like a goldfish bowl.
I was tempted to,
subvert your, release your belt.
Yes, it's.
I'm glad you did.
The night's young.
I know. That is what worries me, because I've looked around. Security have gone. There's no one left here. It's just me on my Todd and the crazy man Vern.
Well, your worry inversely feeds my delight.
I can see that. That isn't a smile. That's a strange look of, I don't know what that is on your face.
Evil.
Yes, evil comes to mind. Now, listen, why don't you crack in with a live track?
I'd love to.
And then we'll have a chat a bit more about Young Sahara and plans you've got between now and Christmas, I reckon. You know, this your 2017 strategy, if you will, because you mentioned the word and I like it.
We roll.
What are you going to play for? Yeah.
This track is actually off Fanfare, although we have now re-recorded it. Okay. And it's called Thank You Letter.
Well, there goes my next question, but anyway, okay. Rip up this years of research. Yes, it was on the amazing album Fanfare. Okay, my friend, take it away.
Sure. Jimmy went home after the bingo, and it's all that he needs until he checks the post. You've won a car, you've won a holiday. He don't believe a word they say until he reads the ghostly words that tell him you changed me more than you'll ever know your history. Lessons gave me all the drive I need to walk beyond the stars. What you gave me is passion in my cause. You've opened up my doors to walk on Mars and hoist this flag of yours. It's not a midlife crisis. There's no bike, no ponytail. I'm flying off this earth for what it's worth, and you changed me more than you'll ever know your history. Lessons gave me all the drive I need to walk beyond the stars. What you gave me is passion in my cause. You've opened up my doors to walk on Mars and hoist this flag of yours. In this letter, you changed me for the better. Now you know, you show the children that you teach how to dream and how to reach your goals. When you're a little older, how strange you were in the dark. It's your animals filling up the ark. So come around as they take off from the ground. Come around as they take off from the ground. Come around as they take off from the ground. Come around as they take off from the ground. Come around as they take off from the ground. The sound of you changed me more than you'll ever know your history. Lessons gave me all the drive I need to walk beyond the stars. What you gave me is passion in these words to tell ya you changed me more than you'll ever know your history. Lessons gave me all the drive I need to walk beyond the stars. What you gave me is passion in my cause. You've opened up my door. So when you've changed me, I've changed.
Thank you, letters there from Mr. Vern Asbury, played live for us here on the Peach O Show, sounding just ridiculously good.
Thank you very much.
What the heck's going on? You're just sitting opposite me, having a little chat, and then out that comes.
Well, thank you.
What's going on?
I'm going to... Well, that's very kind of you. I just got this new guitar, actually.
It's beautiful, 12-stringer.
It's a 12-stringer.
I mean, I'm counting them. I got to about 10. I figured there must be 2 more.
You've got better eyesight than me.
Well,
It is 12. So yeah, I've got a new guitar,
great.
And it's funny getting a new guitar. It sort of re-inspires you to want to play a bit.
Okay, I get that,
because I think fitting in with other stuff, it's sort of trickier just to find an excuse to pick up a guitar and just play it for the sake of playing it.
Yeah.
But having got it, it's now actually given me a new kind of bite to, I really want to pick this up now and make some music. So,
so where's your old favourite? What happened?
It's still there, but I needed, for a job actually, I needed a 12-string guitar. So I didn't have to, but I decided to invest as a sort of, I suppose, a business venture really for the tracking.
What was the request for a 12-string guitar? I'm curious.
It was so I do some session work on the side.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Here comes the big name drop, and it was for Niall Horan of One Direction. There we go. Pick that up.
Yeah.
Of One Direction.
Very good.
And and that was a few weeks back now. And there was a 12-string guitar needed for the track. To make it sound a little bit like the Rumours era of Fleetwood Mac.
Oh.
And so the producer said, well, can you hire a guitar? And I said, well, yeah. And I looked around and investigated that avenue, but it just didn't seem like I was going to get anything half decent to warrant it.
No.
And it was actually quite expensive to hire as well, with the deposit and all the rest of it on top. So I went into a guitar shop and kind of fell in love a few times and eventually ran off with this mistress.
Well, I think it's going to be a match made.
I think so.
A match made in heaven. Blimey, that made a noise, didn't it?
It did.
I was thinking, what is that in my ears? Oh, wow. So the energy there from Fanfare. How is that track, for example? How is that track, if at all? How has it sort of changed and been tweaked around with this sort of capable hands of young Sahara?
Yeah, I think the main thing is it's got the live drums element, but also I think we've made the track a bit more sparse than it was on the last recorded version. Okay. Maybe slowed it down a fraction. And also, we've recorded it properly in the studio. I mean, those tracks on Fanfare, although I'm quite happy with the way they've come out, but actually they were all just done, in my bedroom at the time, in front of a computer. And these ones, we've gone into a studio and have recorded everything, inverted commas, properly. And
does that bring with it a ridiculously different energy when you do that? Yeah,
I think so. I can't, you couldn't, it's not really for me to say if it's a better or worse, but it's certainly a different energy and it sounds like us, and that's the thing. And it's I'm now really attached to the new version, so I'd say I prefer it, and it just sounds like us. It sounds like a band as opposed to just a sort of a bedroom effort by one guy.
But how good is that for you to be in it? I think it's so healthy for you to sort of get out there and be in a band. And to sort of, because you've done it on your top. How's your brother, by the way?
He's really well. He's doing excellently well. He's just moved to Germany of all places.
Okay.
And he's just he's going to be doing some music over there.
Okay.
I think he's in no immediate rush to get a muck job.
No.
Or das Job, but he's
yes.
Yeah, das Arbeit.
Well, of course.
But he's going to just take it easy. I think his plan is to do some music over there. And
whereabouts in Germany has he gone?
It's in Kiel, which is somewhere in the north, I believe.
Okay.
And I've got plans to go and visit him soon. And in fact, he said he's going to organise him/us a gig as well. So that should be good fun.
Well, if you're listening, my friend, do get in touch. Text us 07909 547 336. You guys who are part of the Pete Jones Show Facebook page, there's a picture there already of Mr. Vern Asbury playing live for us. By the way, I couldn't get this thing to work.
Oh, it didn't work, did it?
No,
okay.
It says settings and it's...
Oh, has it gone mental?
It wouldn't let me press record. Mind. So, we had all these great plans of video and everything. Nothing happened. I was fumbling around whilst listening to you playing thank you letters.
With the camera?
With the camera. Well, of course. Yes, matron. 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 Now, listen, will you tell me, the name of this EP that you've planned, and how on earth and when will it be launched?
As yet, the classic eponymous self-titled, I think it's just going to be called Young Sahara.
Come on.
I think that's what we'll call it.
Any reason for that name, by the way, Young Sahara?
I think we ended up just mucking around with a million band names, as you do.
Yes.
And it ended up being a drunken suggestion from a friend of a friend. We didn't know the relevance of it, but we kind of just enjoyed the way the words sounded. And then and then decided to put in this backstory, which I'm now completely breaking the illusion of, that it ties into the fact that the Sahara Desert at one point in its life was a lush green jungle.
Yes, it was.
So young Sahara bringing, the idea of something that looks one way but perhaps was something else.
Wow.
Perhaps like young Sahara used to be Vern Asbury. Who knows?
Wow.
It's getting a bit in the meta now, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
I just made that bit up, actually. I'm not sure what it means. It's just like,
I think we were smelling that.
Yeah.
07909 547 336. Say hello, text us, say hi to Vern. He is playing his little socks off here. Now, when this EP comes out, or maybe not even as waiting for that, you guys got some gigs lined up, or any plans for that?
We've got one immediately lined up, which is going to be Sunday night at the Mesmerist.
Yes.
I'm not sure what time we're on yet, so the finer details are yet to be confirmed. But
I don't often mention that as a venue, actually. I didn't know they did. Do they do open mics as well? Or?
I think so. I think for original music, I get the impression that Sundays is pretty much the day, because they do all sorts there, like swing clubs and not to be confused with swinging clubs.
No, thank you for that.
That's I
Pampas
qualify that.
Yes,
but they do. I think they do all sorts of interesting bits and bobs. A real mixed bag. But in terms of playing original music, I think Sunday is the night.
Okay.
And I went in there for a roast a few weeks ago, which was, by the way, I highly recommend.
And not just because
on commission.
No.
It was a great roast, and then I saw they had a stage.
Yes.
And I just walked up to the bar staff and said, "Do you do gigs here?" And then voila, here I am doing a gig next week there. But it looks really well geared up for it. Good sound system, and I met the guy who runs the night last week at another gig. Actually, a really nice guy.
Is that the 9th or the 10th?
That would be
Sunday.
You've got me there. Whatever this Sunday is.
It's Sunday this week, basically.
Yeah, it's Sunday this week.
I should know. I was trying to.
I'm going to say the 10th.
Well, you can say what you like, my friend, but it might not be true.
That's a complete lie, isn't it?
It could be. I don't know.
You do good maths.
I'm getting there. You see, the multitasking aspect of the show has just sort of melted down into sort of a sticky goo. It's actually the 9th of April.
Thank you, Pete. Glad someone saved me.
Well, it's me and my apple.
Thank you.
We stumble through. So the 9th of April, the Mesmerist. Now, is that something like Ship Street or the Middle Street, or what is it? What's that street?
Yeah,
it's in the old lanes anyway.
Exactly there. It's just the one off East Street. So if you're at East Street and you sort of go, towards West Street, it's getting confusing now.
But it's around there. It's in the old cobbly bit.
Yeah, very near the town hall. In fact, near St Bartholomew's house.
And work your way up.
Yeah.
But we don't know the exact time, so get yourself there. Get some fine Sunday grub, and sort of nestle in. And get yourself a Guinness and wait for the young Sahara. Are you all going to make it?
We are all going to make it. It's going to be all four of us. Yeah, the other guys wanted to come in tonight, but unfortunately couldn't with various other bits and bobs. But we're all going to be there, and I think there's going to be a couple of other bands on the night too. So it should be very fun.
Sounding good. If you are in the young Sahara and you are listening, do text us. You know the number. You don't know. Okay, well, it's 07909 547 336. There you go. Thank you. Little pause there while they just write that down. Because they're slow, aren't they? So listen, pick up that 12-stringer. You've bought it now. Let's put the damn thing to action.
Shall we?
What are you going to play?
I'm going to play you a song which does not feature on Fanfare, and is an old song of mine, but we've reworked it as a band, and it's called Dangerous.
Please play.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
All right. In your roller coaster seat, you got lazy bones, lazy feet. As you're jumping out the door, the parachute that you ignore gets dangerous in this world, saving every boy and girl. Believe me, it's not safe falling like a superhero fell. You won't land on your 2 feet when you start to feel the heat. You're dangerous on the tightrope when you walk across this minefield when you talk. every word 1,000 thoughts. Thinking, crossing out the knots. Gets dangerous in this world, saving every boy and girl. Believe me, it's not safe falling like a superhero fell. You won't land on your 2 feet, but when you start to feel the heat. Oh, city's getting busier in your head. Rome won't get built lying in your bed. Oh, and after all that's said and done, you still burn and touch the sun. Soon those wings will fall into the moon's too dark and cold for you. And after all that's said and done, you burn and touch the sun, and you won't land on your 2 feet. When you start to feel the heat, you start to feel you're far too dangerous. It's getting busier in your head. Rome won't get built lying in your bed. Oh, and after all that's said and done, you still burn and touch the sun. Soon those wings will fold into the moon's too dark and cold for you, too cold for you, too cold for you.
We've got the lovely Vern Asbury in the studio playing live for us. That's a track called Dangerous, which predates Fanfare even. Mm-hmm. Get out of town.
Yeah, I think it's about 2002, that one.
You don't look old enough.
I'm not.
I know you.
Someone else wrote it.
You were a child genius. Prodigy,
like that.
You were.
Certainly feeling old enough. Yeah, that's for sure.
You know, that's that. Other things bring that on.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way. Of course, not only is it your wedding anniversary, we are touched and honoured in equal measure that you have, torn yourself away from your 7-year itch. I mean, anniversary, your marriage, and you are a proud father.
I am indeed. I'm both of those things.
Let us name the gorgeous, bride, of course.
Yes, that's
7 years.
Gemma, lovely Gemma.
Yes, and the name of the beautiful child.
Scarlett Linda Asbury.
Well, if you're all listening, we wish you a very amazing day.
Thank you.
And I hope when you get home eventually, you've got some bubbles on ice or something.
I think so, something like that. Yeah, we actually celebrated it properly yesterday.
Good on
you.
Nice
bit of grub out. The sun was still shining, and it was lovely.
Oh, wasn't it a good day?
The whole weekend, right? It was just amazing.
That was it, by the way. That was it.
Yeah, that's your allotment of sun.
I'm afraid so. So I'm glad you saw any of it.
Yeah.
Guys, you can see Young Sahara with, obviously, Vern this coming Sunday. We reckon it's going to be evening, 9th of April at the Mesmerist. If you're listening in on Friday, you guys, it's this weekend. Yes, it is. It's so exciting. Do you reckon is it a freebie? Do you just buy a pint and walk in?
I think it's pretty much that. Just come in. Just come on in.
Doesn't get better.
Yeah.
Liking the sound of this gig.
And if you're feeling bold, come up and have a word and say hi. I don't bite.
He doesn't. I've pushed him and poked him, and he still doesn't bite.
Still don't.
He doesn't. He's very, very well trained. Do you have CDs that you sell at the back of the hall with that sort of thing?
I think in time we probably will do, but actually, I think we might even be thinking of going the non-physical CD route
for real.
Yeah, I know, which is because I kind of like. I do like the physical CD. I like having the sort of the nice objet d'art that you've got in front of me now.
Yes, I have.
Just as a keepsake kind of thing. So maybe a very limited number, but I think in terms, generally, I think people just want to have something they can just play on their phone or just So I think we might have some kind of release code, or we haven't quite worked that. That's the horrible strategy bit. We haven't quite worked out yet.
Back to the strategy.
Yeah, yes. But But rest assured, we'll have some way of getting our music into your ears pretty soon.
Well, that's all we care about, because it's got to be good. It's got to be... okay, so moving on from the 9th of April at the Mesmerist, what else have you got planned for the sort of over the summer months?
Over the summer months? Well, we're looking to... Ideally, we would love to get on the Great Escape Festival, but it seems to be... Yeah, I've already tried investigating into that, and it seems to be quite tricky to get there unless you know someone who knows someone who knows someone. So I'm seeing... So if you're listening and you like any of that, then we're well up for it.
Yes. I mean, it is only in about 6 weeks' time, isn't it?
Yes, is it. So probably we may have left it a bit late on that front, but I'd imagine there'll be some sort of unofficial fringy events going on. I know last year... or the year before that, I think I played in the unsigned, the Brighton Unsigned version, which was up near the station.
Yes.
And that was my brother's band, actually, Uncle Arthur.
Yeah.
And
fine band.
Yeah,
I love Uncle Arthur.
Yeah, they're not disbanded. They're on hold. What with people living in different countries now, but
doesn't help.
Yeah,
because I thought you'd been and gone, and then that's how we kind of all. I was like, oh my God, Uncle Arthur's still going. I've still got my little EP with the squares.
Oh really? Wow,
blimey,
blimey.
That's back in the O's.
Yeah, very much so.
Yes, it is.
I was on drums in that band.
Weren't you just?
Yeah.
With your drum waves.
Yeah.
What were you doing? I saw you on the latest TV, didn't I? Being interviewed. I was down there at the same time. What was going on there? Was that were you just promoting?
I was, just a bit of shameless plugging for that CD. Actually,
was it? Yeah.
Amongst other things, and also just fun, sort of getting out and doing something on TV, which is a complete novelty for me. It
was good fun, wasn't it?
It was really good fun.
A very silly night.
I seem to remember some red wine in the mix.
There was a lot of red wine. What is it with you and the wine?
I love it. I'm actually a bit gutted I didn't bring any with me,
mate. I can only apologise that we read your rider. But, we couldn't even find the Jelly Babies, let alone
got a red light. That'll do.
I know. You saw that. So that's all fab and groovy. Now listen, an EP aside, what about an album? 2017, is that going to happen?
I think our plan is to get into the studio again, because we've now found, as you do with anything, I think you know anything creative anyone makes, you instantly look back at it and see, this is what I'd have done different. I think that's naturally what anyone does, and so rather than really wanting to go back and rework anything, I think we're now in the process of writing a lot from scratch, and I'm gagging to get back in the studio. I really love recording more than anything, more than playing live.
Well, you mentioned Fanfare. You did pretty well in your own sort of home, basically.
House, yeah.
So what studio do you guys use?
Well, we use a local one with a great guy called Jake Skinner at Brighton Road Recording Studios, which is just down the road.
Yes, it
and
is.
That was fantastic. We just had, I still did an element of it at home, actually. So we tracked the sort of the loud bits, if you want, at the studio. And the more sort of time-consuming fiddly bits that could be done with headphones, I ended up still doing at home, and a bit round Steve, the guitarist's house as well.
Yeah.
So we kind of Frankensteined it all together a bit, but certainly to capture the sort of the balls of it, if you want, you need to do that in a loud studio.
How are you finding the writing? Is it sort of changed over the years, the way you do it, or?
We're still, so far there's still a large pile of stuff that I've already written, and we're sort of at the moment we've been wading our way through that and trying to cherry pick because it's there and it's ready to go. And I suppose talking about the admin side of it, that if you've got a product that's ready to go, you might as well use it. But it's certainly it's changing now, which I think is for the better, and we're starting to write things from scratch, so it's going to sound even more like us.
Okay. So do you think early Young Sahara is going to be a kind of a sort of a hybrid?
Yeah, I think so.
And then maybe next year.
Yeah, in a way we're starting to really find our sound almost now, because we've been playing together for a while. We've got this recorded. We found what we like and don't like about those stylistically, and we're starting to refine, and that's happening through the writing as well. Almost that. There'll be an ethos now when we write something. Does it adhere to the following, Young Sahara manifesto, if you want?
Look at you.
On.
Yeah, brother.
And
sounded good. I like it. I'm just trying to get my head around the fact that you're not going to be producing albums anymore. This hard copy, but that's okay.
Never say never.
Never say never. You never have.
I never have.
No.
Oh, no, I never have.
No, you never have. So good.
I mean, I may, from time to time, I may just put a song out just for fun under my name, just because it's a laugh. I've still got recording gear at home, and there's always that part of me that wants to just put stuff out without having to think, oh, what are we going to do with this in the band? So that will happen from time to time.
Is anyone else in the band bringing stuff to the table from scratch? If you know what I mean.
Not sort of ready-made products yet. Although I think they do exist, but it would be more of a case that, why don't we try something with this beat? Why don't we try something with this guitar riff? I've got this bass line, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So kind of snippets of ideas that then get rehashed into, taken through the process mill, if you want, and then we find a way of putting that into a song.
Yeah.
And I think over time. There's so many different ways of writing, aren't there?
Yeah, well, this is the thing, and that's why I was wondering, because you've kind of been in your own bubble. I mean, I know you were with Uncle Arthur, but that was kind of your brother's project more.
Yeah, very much so. Very much. Yeah.
And so the stuff I've ever known you with I know has only been you.
Yeah,
and that's why I was kind of curious to see how you're sort of fitting in and maybe sort of quite enjoying this kind of collaboration thing.
I love doing stuff on my own. I love I love co-writing. Any creative process is fantastic, and whatever incarnation of the creative process it takes on a different life. I think if you're co-writing with one person or with many people, it's always going to have a different feel to it. So I love skinning that cat as many ways as possible.
I know you do.
Keeps it interesting.
Yes, if anyone can skin a cat, you can. I know a few that need skinning actually. So if we can do that off air.
I'm your man.
Can we talk off air?
Moonlighting, right?
Yeah, because you're the man for the skinning cat. What is your game plan for 2017 then? In terms of gigs and whatever, are you sort of? I know we mentioned The Great Escape. I mean that is next month.
Maybe, that's probably missed the boat on that one.
Oh, well, it's just so hard, isn't it, to get on it anyway.
Definitely.
And although, like you said, the fringe aspect to it, the sort of drop in and see, I think is definitely a way to go.
I think so.
Embracing the fact that everyone's in town.
That's it. Just making the most of that.
And ready for something live.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the way to be. A bit sort of South by Southwest, where every single street corner is a gig.
Yeah.
That works.
That really does work.
It does. So beyond May, have you guys got plans?
I think the thing is we want to do is, we don't necessarily need to be on a label to realise what we want to do, but I think if we had someone else picking us up, again, just to do the legwork, because we've all got other stuff going on at the moment, and we're quite thinly spread in terms of resources. So I think, our focus now is just getting some extra professional element to sort of, make things move along. So that's kind of our immediate plan. And as I said, I think we'd really love to record again, and maybe play a few festivals ideally as well. Just see what happens.
If you guys had, say, a straight week or whatever in the studios, have you got an album more?
Oh, much more.
Yeah.
A lot more. We've got material pouring out of our ears.
Have you ever thought about crowdfunding?
Yeah, I think that's something we're gonna look into as well. I think it's just the process of researching it first that's almost a job within itself. But I think we'd be keen to do something like that.
Because it's probably not a huge stretch, is it? If you get a few people together, the amount financially that you need,
it's not megabucks at all. It's just enough money to give us the time out of our lives to do the thing.
And the boost as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want to play us another track? What have you got?
Well, I've got a song for you called off the as of yet unreleased EP called Clone. Come in again, come again, miss double taking time before it makes sense, changing your mind because you never tell us all, we'll never know, no. Phone lines busy again, try again, why don't they read your mind aloud? Smile now but dying inside because you never tell us all, the undertones are photostatic, the lies are automatic. See you're low on tone, I can see you're alone, whoa, long lost comrade of sorts, you're blowing deep, deep trouble in the weather reports. You got tornado funneling high, you're sucking us into the heart of the eye. You were A4, you torn out the sides with a paper jam message like a Bonnie and Clyde. You're holding up my bank again. You're holding up, folding up, shredding it when you're photostatic. The lines are automatic. See you're low on tone, I can see you're alone, you're photostatic. The lines are automatic. See you're low on tone, I can see you're alone, but you're never alone with your own. Never alone with your clone. And when the copies run, the ink will stain, and one day all that will remain, second generation fame, photostatic. The lines are automatic. I can see your love on tone, I can see your love on you're alone, but you're never alone with your clone. And you're never alone with your clone. Alone, alone, you're not alone, alone, alone. You're not alone, alone, alone. You're not alone, 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 alone. And you're never alone. You're never alone.
Oh, wow. A little bit of Sahara, young Sahara, if you will. Track called Clone, almost ready for print, press, and release. You are such a tease. What's the, really? Yes.
I'm dangling it.
You are dangling it, man. You're dangling something anyway. I do wish you wouldn't. We've got a big window here. Oh, it's a carrot.
Don't need that big a window, to be honest with you.
No, I get that. Now listen, if someone would say to you, Vern, you got a cover song you can play, what would you dig out?
Oh, probably something by Neil Young, I reckon.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you want to do 30 seconds?
Yeah, sure.
Come on, baby, listen to this. This is...
Oh man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Oh man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Oh man, take a look at my life. 24 and there's so much more. Live alone in a paradise that makes me think of two. Love lost such a cost. You give me coins that won't get tossed. Like a coin that won't get tossed, and I'm rolling home to you. Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through. Just one look in my eyes and you can tell that's true. Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you were.
I thank you so very, very much.
Thank you, Pete.
Just shoving you on the spot there, and you're just, raising your game and shining and coming up trumps. Thank you so much. Mr. Vern Asbury, everyone, from Young Sahara. Do come back with the band.
Yeah, I will do, for sure.
Maybe let's do an EP launch or whatever you got in the summer, maybe. That'd be grand.
Yeah,
maybe after May. Should we do that?
Let's do it for sure.
Vern, it's so great to see you.
It's been a pleasure.
And let's stick in touch. You're a star. Now listen, there's a gig coming up from the Galleons.